I'm Wan Nur Arisha binti Wan Muhammad Nazri and my metric number is S56928. What is ecogeography? So the definition of ecogeography is the study of the adaptive scenario of a given individual population or species through the analysis of biotic and abiotic factors that affect survival. So the phenotype is the equal genotype plus environment plus genotype x environment interaction, which can be classified as phenotype, products or genes modeled by the environment, main aim of the process, while genotype, inherited and inheritable information, genes considered collectively, which is translated into proteins, while the genotype X environment is the modeling effect of genes and their products. This can be so important that it could determine the presence or absence of genotypes in some sites, which leads to adaptation. Next, the adaptive scenario from plants and also abiotic, biotic, and anthropic. Next, anthropic factors. Anthropic activities such as mining, oil drilling, dumping of industrial waste, disposal of sewage, agriculture runoff, domestic effluents, agricultural inputs, discards of commercial products, and fossil fuel burning are considered as the key sources of contamination. Affect macroinvertebrate communities because they alter flow regimes, thermal stability, nutrient release, allochthonous or solar energy flux, and cause soil erosion. While the biotic factors is a living organism that shapes its environment in a freshwater ecosystem. Examples might include aquatic plants, fish, amphibians, and algae. Biotic and abiotic factors work together to create a unique ecosystem. How can biotic factors change? First, a new species can enter an ecosystem. Second, a population can grow in number, sometimes dramatically. And third, an existing species can leave, migrate, or go extinct. Next, a biotic factor, which is a non-living part of an ecosystem that shapes its environment. In a terrestrial ecosystem, examples might include temperature, light, and water, while in a marine ecosystem, a biotic factor will include salinity and ocean currents. How can abiotic factors change? First, through the climate, temperature, humidity, weather can all change from season to season or over many years. Second, water, floods and droughts can change the amount of water. And the last one is soil. Soil can be eroded, washed away or changed in other ways. Effects of changing factors. If one is changed, perhaps by pollution or a natural phenomenon, the whole system can be changed. For example, humans can change the environment through agriculture or irrigation, while we are usually unable to see what we are doing to various ecosystems. The impact has been felt comprehensively. For example, acid rain in certain areas has resulted in a decline in fish populations.
My name Nurunadia binti Muhammad Yusuf, FY6918. Now I will continue this presentation. This is the description of the issue. The problem of food and income security are of global significance and are further compounded by a presidential increase in world population, resulting in overexploitation of natural resources and by extension plant genetic diversity. Environmental effect toward plant genetic resources has become a problem to the breeder in maintaining the plant. This effect will give the advantages to the crop as well as human. Okay, this is environmental effect, which is high salinity area, genetic population, and urbanization. For high salinity area, salinity is one of the most brutal environmental factors limiting the productivity of crop plant because most of the crop plants are sensitive to salinity caused by high concentration of salt in the soil. If the soil have a high salinity, the plant growth will not be as vigorous as they would be in the normal soil. The seed also will germinate poorly and the plant will grow slowly or become stunted. Next is genetic pollution. Another common environmental concern is the escape of a fringe by pollen or seed dispersal to creating super weak or causing genetic pollution among other crops. In addition, genetic population among crops has resulted in several problems that mostly reduce the yield quality and quantity. The last one is urbanization. As humans opening new areas from forestry cleaning, the natural environment occur. The purpose is for obtain food, industry, shelter, and agriculture. This cause a habitat destruction and loss of plant genetic resources. War and poverty also pose a threat to genetic wipeout as it is associated with heavy reliance directly on natural resource and destruction of wild PGR.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir Shazwan, and now I want to proceed with the suggestion of the issue. The first suggestion is by using a technology of GIS. GIS stands for Geographic Information System. It is a type of database that contains geographic data combined with software tools used to manage, analyze, and visualize the data. By using GIS, it makes it possible to study the environmental conditions that most favorable to the PGR in large scale. From the GIS, we can choose either which environment that most suitable to certain types of PGR. What breeders can get benefit from GIS is the breeders can collecting the PGR and do the field exploration. Then breeders can identify under conserved areas, can creating collection of importance PGR, and selecting the appropriate germplasm for the breeding programs. Each of the benefits can do better when it involves the GIS in each of the work. This is because the GIS can cover the large scale of area.
My name is Muhammad Razak bin Muhammad Azli, matrix number S57001. I will continue my fellow friend presentation about the suggestion for this topic. Okay, so I will tell you about the ecogeographical categorization. It is the concept that may refer to the compilation of necessary information prior to germplasm collecting on spatial distribution. It also is the intra-specific pattern of diversity and the relationship between ecological condition and the survival of a given species. The ecogeographical categorization that we know is being understood as the analysis of any environmental information about the site where an individual plant or the population occur. It is being related to its adaptation to the most important biotic or abiotic factors. We know that ecogeographic is a subcomponent for the environment data that has a special importance for a given taxonomy. There are 4 reasons why we should use ecogeographical categorization. Number 1, the interest in genetic diversity of the gene that are of actual or the potential value for the food and agriculture. Number 2, there were many of these genes are related to improve the adaptation to the specific environmental condition. Number 3, we should use ecogeographic information to make a conclusion for the different adaptation on abiotic pressure. And for the lastly, categorizing ecogeographic data can be a proxy to identify and evaluating useful genetic diversity.
Hi, I'm Kalei here. Today, I want to present about fourth suggestion on which is effects of PGR towards environment. First point, which is replace the disposable item with reusable item. For example, the first important step to implementing a low waste lifestyle is reducing the amount of disposable item when we use. By cutting back or eliminating single-use items, we can save the energy and material that went into them and also prevent waste. The second point, which is recycle the waste to conserve natural resources. For example, recycling conserves natural resources such as wood, water, mineral, and fossil fuels because material can be reused. Moreover, recycling metal, plastic, and glass decreases resources depletion and reduce the ecosystem destruction of minimizing drilling and deforestation. The third point, which is support environmental friendly practices. For example, a good to support environment which is reduce the usage of vehicle and also need to practice walking more.
Assalamualaikum Doctor. My name is Wizani Zirani binti Bakri. So I'm going to explain about the conclusion of this topic issues, which is the use of environmental information on the collecting side of the conserved germplasm has gained importance in a more gradual way. Ecogeographical characterization reveals the adaptive range of species conserved and shows the most important environmental factor or variable for adaptation. Progress in ecogeographical characterization has been helped by the development and popularization of geographic information system. Using genetic resources, whether from plant, animal, or microorganism, refer to the process of researching the beneficial properties and using them to increase scientific knowledge and understanding, or to develop commercial products. The conservation of crop genetic resources can be difficult to sell, but the stakes are high. There is pressing a need for all those who are interested in plant genetic resources conservation and use to be more involved in all aspects of genetic diversity. That's all from me. Thank you, Doctor.